A book is more than just the content. It's an object, and you can hold it in your hand, and there's something about, and as I say, it just sort of fits a single person, and you can get lost in it. But it fits a single person in an expansive sort of way. You know, I still say that reading something that's this size is kind of squinchy, you know, and you can, maybe people will forget how to turn physical pages, I don't know, but I find it easier. You can't get an e-book inscribed, so far as I know. You know? I don't know, you can inscribe somebody's electronic reading device, but you can't really sign their book, you know, and people like to have books signed. I often think that people like having books signed more than they like reading books, but whatever the reason they buy them. So that's, and also bookstores. What happens to bookstores when everything is downloaded? Bookstores are great institutions in themselves, and people like to go to bookstores, I think. If your electronic reading device is stolen, or you fall in the river with it, or you lose it, there goes your whole library, as far as I know. I don't know whether you can get your library, but nobody's going to break into your house and steal all your books. If you're an author, you want to have a shelf of your books, you know, and you don't want a virtual shelf of your books. I don't know. I guess if they're all on ebooks, you could somehow take pictures of them and paste them up on the wall or something, you know. But that's pretty cheesy to me.
And a little inefficient.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, you know, and books look good in a room, too.
Be tough on yourself. How much of this do you think is just nostalgia?
Well, I think it's, that's a polite way of putting it. I think a lot of it is just me being old and being used to this and then enjoying this. You know, maybe if I had grown up driving a buggy, I would, horse and buggy, I would, you know, refuse to drive a car. But I'm not refusing to do, Kendall, I'm just saying. Now, I've actually heard young people say that they can't imagine how in the world do you deal, you know, this huge floppy thing. How do you read this thing? Yeah, you know. And if you put it down on the table, where are you going to put your orange juice, you know? And I have to stop and think, well, I guess it is kind of an awkward little thing here, but it's a glorious institution. If you're reading a book online, you've got this screen, and that screen, you can click on something and you can just go down a rabbit hole and go way off somewhere else, and there might be something, a monkey or something dancing right next to you trying to sell you an insurance policy, and there's too much going on that screen. For me, I mean, this is quiet. I like the idea that a page can make a monkey dance without having the, you know, the visual. And I think it can. The alphabet can make a monkey dance, and people shouldn't lose track of that just a written sentence can do all sorts of wonderful things, can branch off in all directions, but it branches off within the reader, and it lights up all sorts of associations for the reader, but it doesn't light up all sorts of associations where the reader can buy something.
Next time on The Tomorrow Show, the color, the combos, the kick.
The chili hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, it was like that paprika.
Get set for the sugar high that is the future of candy.